people look at franchises and want success, and maybe it's the way society has gone now. And you know, I complain about that a lot. People want that instantaneous gratification.
Yep.
And people need to stop thinking that applies to everything. This is a franchise.
Yep.
And you have to be willing to take the good with the bad.
Konnichiwa, Genka desu ka? Like and subscribe. Okay, that was Japanese.
I guess we're going to do that every day now. I guess that's.
I'm going to choose a different language every day because I think it's funny. And if you don't think it's funny, then...
Oh, we got something cool that, I guess just to cut you off. We got something cool today. I did get my shipment in. I didn't tell you that.
Okay, so you got it in today.
And I'm not going to open the box because I got two coming in. I got that one today and the other one's supposed to come in tomorrow.
Okay.
For a huge shipment of vintage baseball cards.
Yeah.
Probably over 60 packs from multiple years. And next Tuesday we're just going to open that. So if you like pack openings,
let's do it.
Come watch that.
A lot of packs to open, so.
We got some other big announcements that we want to make, but we can't make them right now because
not yet.
Set.
Nothing's set yet, so.
But we're making some plays. We're making some moves. People are going to think we're crazy. So for our first video today, because people know if they've watched our baseball video yesterday, we're going to start splitting our videos up into different segments.
It's 2 segments, 2 videos today.
And I'll probably announce that through the rest of the week and Monday since we're going to announce it Monday.
Definitely.
Just to let people know.
We thought it was a good idea, so yeah, first segment we got
NBA, right?
NBA stuff. And you know, I told Cody before we started, there wasn't a ton of NBA news, so
but there's some interesting stuff.
Tried to find a couple interesting things to talk about.
But you want to go ahead and start with the LeBron and stuff like that?
You know, LeBron went to the Lakers this offseason, and a lot of people thought that automatically made them contenders, which is just, I think that's dumb.
Yeah, but he's getting a little older.
Because he's a great player, but you know, one guy can't do it all. It just can't happen.
That'd be like asking Manny Machado to go to the Padres and they have no... They still have people.
Yeah.
But that'd be like asking one player... Say the Phillies...
All of a sudden they're World Series contenders.
We talked about Bryce Harper yesterday. Say the Phillies get Bryce Harper. If they had nobody, that's done. Yeah, that's stupid.
But, you know, he's been playing good this year. He's also been hurt some of the year. So he's been out.
He's also been distracted.
True. A lot of people think he's distracted and not focusing fully on basketball. You know, I think it was either last week or the week before, he made a statement where he said, you know, we're right on the edge of the playoff race, so I'm going to get into playoff mode now. Well, since he said that, they're like 1-6. So I don't think that's helped him much. I think he's doing everything he can. He just doesn't have a good enough supporting cast, and it looks like they're probably not going to make the playoffs, which would be ridiculous for him because he's made the playoffs every year he's been in the league.
And I agree, and that may be like... That may be a one and done for him.
It could be.
But because LeBron not making the playoffs, he may be fed up with that, want to go to a different team. Because he's at the age now to where he can't stay at one organization for multiple years if he wants to make a play on something.
He's won some titles. I think he's going to stay, regardless if they win or not. He might decide, well, I don't know if he'll retire because he still has gas left in the tank.
Well, yeah, I think he might wait until he might be able to play in the NBA with his son.
Because
isn't his son looking like he might make the NBA?
It's possible, I guess. It's hard to say because you don't know exactly what's going to happen, injuries, things like that. But
do you know how old his son is?
I'm not sure.
But I think he might wait and try to play 1 year in the NBA with him if that pans out, and if not, I think he might just retire. Because he's getting to that age now to where he's trying to put himself in other aspects other than basketball.
Which I can't blame him for, because we've talked about the statistics before about people after sports.
Yeah, and because while your name is big now, you might as well go do that.
Yep.
So I think he's thinking about retirement. I don't think he wants to right now, but I think he's thinking about
probably.
it.
And he talked about owning a team too. I think he wants to, at least a GM, something he wants to run a team. So at least I'll give him credit. At least he's looking for things to do after he's.
Well, he's intelligent and he knows the statistics and he wants to just do other things. I think.
Yep.
And he may just be a little distracted, and I don't think that's the reason for the Lakers not succeeding.
I think it's more about just his supporting cast. I think that's what it is.
I think when Kobe Bryant started getting in his twilight years,
they got like that then.
They started getting like that, and the Lakers have been in a long rebuilding phase.
The Lakers were involved in the Anthony Davis thing, but I guess they just didn't have enough pieces for that the Pelicans wanted for them to trade for him. If they would have gotten Anthony Davis, that would have been a hard team to beat.
And then,
go ahead.
what you want? This is your team. You were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah. You know, the Celtics and the Warriors played last night. Going into the game, I was like, you know, the Celtics have been struggling. They're probably going to get blown out.
Doesn't look like it. Well, yeah.
Won by 30 last night. I don't know what to think about the Celtics. I don't know what to think about them because at times they'll look like they're championship contenders, and then other times they look like they're not even going to make the playoffs.
You think that weird coaching?
Well, Brad Stevens is a really good coach. You got Gordon Hayward coming back from his injury. He's been up and down all year. When he plays good, they win.
So do you think the players just don't have a lot of chemistry with one another?
Probably, and last year Kyrie was hurt, and one or two other guys were hurt.
So it's almost like a new team.
So they went into the playoffs last year with some backups, Rozier and some of those guys like that, and they performed really, really well.
So they're at that stage where they're trying to find their identity.
Which Marcus Smart, who's one of their players, he said that. He said, we're going to get it together. He said, you just got to give us time and let us do it. He said, we still got guys recovering from some season-ending injuries last year.
Right, which is kind of what I'm getting at, and people need to. I don't want to keep going into other sports, but I'm not going to. I'll just say, people look at franchises and want success, and maybe it's the way society has gone now. And I complain about that a lot. People want that instantaneous gratification.
Yep.
And people need to stop thinking that applies to everything. This is a franchise.
Yep.
And you have to be willing to take the good with the bad. Bryce Harper said that yesterday when he got signed to the Phillies. You have to be able to take the good with the bad. You do not win every single game.
No.
It just doesn't happen. You don't win every single season. You don't make the playoffs every single season. You have to be willing to accept that and be able to celebrate your successes when you get them. And if you can't, then you're never going to be successful.
True.
Because you're always going to look for that, well, I didn't win, let's just get down on ourselves and not be motivated anymore.
Even the Thunder have been struggling lately. Paul George has been hurt. He finally came back last night, and they still lost, but
the good
they
thing,
need him. He's back, so.
The good thing about Oklahoma City is that they always have a great fan base.
Yeah.
That's one thing that Oklahoma City seems to always have. So, I think people just need to be more patient. And before I waste any more time, should we go on to the next?
Yeah, this is something I thought about us doing today, and I thought it would be fun. Would be pick our all-time starting lineup. So we're going to, keep guys in positions that they played.
Right.
But I don't know if we should just go from point guard to center, or if we just want to say who we want to say first. I guess let's just say who we want to say first, because there's two that are really easy for me. So I'll go into my small forward first, which is going to be Larry Bird. Now, he's my favorite player of all time, plays for my favorite team, but he was also one of those guys where he could shoot 8 shots, score 20 points, and win you games like that because he would get 15 rebounds, 13 assists.
Mm-hmm.
So he could do all. He was just an all-around great player. But that's why I have him there. I think that, and plus he's my favorite player. So that's why I have him there.
Let's just go through your whole team.
You want me to go through my whole team first?
I'll just go through mine.
Okay, like I said, the two guys are easy. I have Michael Jordan as shooting guard. That's an easy pick for anybody. He's the best player of all time. Most people say that.
Especially at that position.
Oh yeah, at that position, yeah. And he's just the all around. He was first team all defense. He could score. He wasn't he just didn't pass a lot because he didn't have to, but he could do anything well. So that's why I have him there. My other three were a little bit harder. At power forward, I have Hakeem Olajuwon. He did play center at some in the NBA, but his true position was power forward. Probably one of the best defending big men of all time. That's why I have him there for defense. And he could rebound. He could score if he wanted to. But in this team, he's not going to have to. In this team, I'm going to have him in there for defense inside, a big man, long, and his rebounding skills. Now, point guard and center. I went back and forth on point guard. It was between two, ended up being between Gary Payton, the glove, a great defensive player, and John Stockton.
The glove.
That's what they called him because he could steal the ball. And John Stockton, he's the all-time leader in assists and steals. I decided with John Stockton. In the end, I guess, I really don't know what made me say him. I guess mainly his passing too. He could shoot from outside, so he could be a guy that could help spread the floor. And then center, I picked the most dominating force of all time, Shaquille O'Neal.
Can't go wrong with Shaq.
He was unstoppable. You couldn't.
So you went for like a somewhat defensive team, like a tactical type team.
Oh yeah.
So you went for like tactical type team. I went for I'm just going to kill you type team. I just went pure offense. You listed your small forward first, so I'll just go ahead and go with my small forward. I listed Dr. J.
Yep.
Dr. J was kind of like an all-around athlete, kind of like Michael Jordan.
Yep.
He could pretty much drive inside, couldn't he, and just shoot.
He was so
just
long, he
pretty
just
much,
went around people. There's that famous one of him where he brought his arm under.
I think he has a
backward,
card.
and then
I think he has a card where he's up in the air like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I put Dr. J at small forward because to me he was just all around. You listed your shooting guard next, didn't you?
Yeah.
My shooting guard was the same as yours, Michael
I
Jordan.
mean, like I said, it's obvious.
You can't go You can't go wrong with Michael Jordan. I think we had a lot of the same players on here.
Yeah, a couple of the same guys.
To me, Michael Jordan, there's not much else to say other than he's just an all-around athlete. He can pretty much do it at all. And I think he was the best at that position, worked better than anybody else.
Yeah.
My power forward was Larry Bird.
Yeah, you moved Larry Bird to power forward, which he can play there, especially in today's NBA.
And that's the reason we talked about it. He can stretch the floor.
Yeah.
So he can spread defenses out. That leaves room for Dr. J to get in and do what he needs to do.
Yep.
That leaves shots open, leaves defenses open a little bit more, which kind of fits for my all-around offense type team.
Yeah.
I feel like that would work. Larry Bird can shoot, and because of his big presence, I feel like he can put a body on somebody.
Plus, he's one of the best trash talkers of all time. So.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these older players are. And he's just a great. I guess my brain shut off. Point guard, I put a Steve Nash.
I remember Steve Nash playing.
The reason why I listed Steve Nash, I thought his passing was unbelievable.
He could pass, he could shoot.
He did a lot of good. I feel like with Larry Bird stretching the floor, that leaves some lanes open for defense. That leaves him able to pass the ball to either Michael Jordan, Dr. J.
Yep.
Which, if anybody misses a shot, which they probably never will on this team, that leaves Shaq, who is my center, to be able to get up inside and just body up people.
Yeah, with that big old body he got.
Put rebounds back in, get rebounds.
Yep.
Pass the ball out wide.
Yeah.
Where Larry Bird would be standing.
You know, that was something that people don't think about, but Shaq could pass the ball from inside. He was a good passing big man.
He was just he's a big presence. So you got presence, you got passing, all around athletes. You got people that can stretch the floor.
I would say yours is definitely offense oriented more than mine.
So to me, I would just drive
Actually,
against
I'd like
teams.
To see that well, it would be weird to see that matchup.
Yeah, you have
Michael Jordan against Michael Jordan, but
and Larry Bird against Larry Bird and Shaq against Shaq.
But we had a couple of the same players, which I thought was kind of interesting. You know, like I said, I was going back and forth on a few positions, but that's just what I ended up deciding. I tried to build a team more than the best players at each position. So, all right, so I guess that's it for our NBA stuff today. Cody was over there speaking like the Sims language here just a second ago.
Don't they walk in the cartoon?
Yeah, they go. And it's weird.
They start like
they start. It's creepy, but
John has made a sandwich.
That's what it says. But yeah, that's it for our NBA talk today. We got college basketball stuff coming up next, which is just another couple little small stories.
Again, we're going to start shooting our videos in 2 different segments. That way it's not 30 minutes long, so you can pick and choose what you want to watch. Or you can watch both, which we hope you do. But that's it for our NBA segment.
I don't know what I was just doing there.
Make sure to like, subscribe.
Notification bell.
Leave us a comment. And I hope you have a good day.
Good day.